Hey everybody! Okay, I hope this new mic really works well. I'm trying a little something new, and I hope this mic, the volume on it is good enough and all that. So, here goes the review. So, we get back to where we left off. Wyatt is about to clobber Jim with a statue. He's holding up like the Hulk or something, just really in a rage over losing his dope. And but he finally just brings it down. He puts the statue down, and Jim was terrified. So was Catherine, but Jim was terrified. But Jim tries to play that off by being real snarky. He starts rinsing out the sink. There goes your entire future down the drain, and all this. And White's just like, get out, get out, get out. He wants him gone. Catherine's trying to usher Jim out of the place. He's not listening, and he goes eventually, but not before saying to Wyatt, well, if you're gonna kill somebody, just do it. Don't threaten to do it. And I'm like, Jim, you need to stop. Just grow up. He was being real immature about that. So now we get back to Veronica's house. There was a fight going on there between her and Melissa. And I don't know why somebody like Veronica, would wear a hairstyle or even clothing that could be used against her, because Melissa just pulled her hair, and it looked like it was shifted. It like it almost came off. So Melissa did a number on her. Um, so Melissa's telling her, you're gonna pay for this baby. You're not gonna just leave me in the lurch. You're gonna pay for this baby. And Veronica's like, well, I'm done with you. Um, she's threatening to call Melissa's mother, and it's like, okay, well, I don't know. We already know Melissa has no love lost for her mother, and I don't think her mother could really do anything in this situation to change things, or I don't know. I don't know what calling her mother would do, but whatever. Um, and Veronica is just really angered, and she wants Melissa gone, and Benny's trying to mediate, and she's telling him, you need to get out too. And Benny has really stepped in and now messing with Veronica, because she's gonna get back at him for this. She's gonna get him really good for this. Uh, and you know that she's probably not feeling too good, because she has been one upped by not one but two younger women. And for somebody like Veronica, that's just gonna bring out all sorts of anger. And finally, she throws Melissa out the door. She literally throws her out into the street, because Melissa just like falls to the ground when she throws her out. And Benny is, I guess he figures he has to, help Melissa out after this. So we'll talk about that a little bit later when I get to that part of the episode. So back to Hannah and her date. Derek brings her to a club, and Stephanie Mills is there to perform. And Hannah's like, "Oh my God, I'm such a big fan of yours. Can I hug you?" So they hug, and Stephanie gets up there and does "I Feel Good" all over, and that was a nice scene to see a guest star. One of those sort of legendary singers get up and do a song on the show. That was nice to see. So after that, Derek is just doing the most to get to Hannah. He is just really forward and thirsty. He wants to come to Hannah's choir rehearsal, and Hannah's like, "Well, don't come to the rehearsal. Just come to the service." And he's essentially trying to get Hannah to bring him home. He's like, "Take me home." Ow. And I'm like, "You're doing too much, man. You need to bring it down. Don't be so thirsty. Don't be so forward." And because Hannah's not that kind of woman. And she asked him, "Are you trying to get me to sleep with you?" And he's like, "Hey, I'm man." And I'm like, "Dog, come on." Just bring it down. So, over at the jail, this new inmate is put into the cell with Jeffrey. And he starts talking about Justin, about how creepy he is. Well, he put me in the back of the car, and he touched me, and Jeffrey's like, he touched you how? And I'm like, Jeffrey can be so clueless. And the guy's like, he touched me sexually. And, just is just a big old sicko. Just a big old sicko and abusing his authority and all of that. He is just nasty. And Jeffrey doesn't like this at all. He looks a little jealous, and we'll find out more about that. So Candace is in her room and whoops. Okay. I could edit that out, but I really don't want to take the time to do that. Okay. So Candace is in her room and she's making fun of Oscar, who's passed out. And then Gia comes to the door. She's got some money for Candace, and Candace counts it. Is this all you got? Gia says, well, it was slow. Candace automatically goes to, are you holding out on me? And Gia's like, no, no. So apparently somebody named Rico came to Gia trying to get her on his team. Was just called a team. I guess he's a pimp, and she told him no. She already was on a team, which was Team Candace. And Gia keeps looking over there at Oscar, and Candace's like, hey, stop looking at him. I've just put him out for the night. I put him out for the night. And Gia's like, I wish I could be as ruthless as you. Candace is like, oh, well, you can try, but nobody can be like me. Um, so Candace tells her, call up Jim Cryer, because clearly Jim is an easy mark for money. And I guess I don't know if he has any cash right now, but we'll see that when we get to Catherine's house, because and you know what? I really don't even know why Catherine brought him back to her place. Because he's just going to go upstairs and just like, I'm going to go to sleep, and he's just going to go upstairs in her house to go to bed, and she's trying to stop him, but he's just not even being stopped. He's not being deterred. He's just like, good night. And so I don't know if he even has any money to be paying Gia, but because he's trying to stay in Catherine's house. But Gia calls him when he's in the bathroom trying to get ready for bed, and she's talking about one of those 900 numbers. It'll be amazing, I promise. And it was just funny to me because those commercials, a lot of them are on YouTube from the 90s. They just are just hilarious to me. So if you have not watched any of those, go check them out because they are funny. Um, so I don't know if he's gonna go over there, but he's gonna at least consider it because we know that this is Jim and he's a hoe. So Hannah, Derek brings her home, and Derek, he's just, again, he's so forward. He just pushes himself in for a kiss, and he's like, and then he asks her like, are you sure I can't stay? And Hannah's like, but Hannah doesn't even really have to answer that because Benny comes to the door and he's like, no, you gotta go home. You gotta go home. And Derek's ready to go home after that. He's like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna go home. He didn't say that in so many words, but he was ready to go home once Benny got there. And Benny is with Melissa, and they're is obviously to Hannah, this is looking a little bit crazy. And she asked him, oh, well, are y'all friends? She asked him, well, are you friends? And Benny's like, she's not my friend. She's not my friend. And he doesn't want the truth to come out, but Melissa is like, she's not worried. She's just trying to get herself, hooked up with some place to stay. She's like, I was thrown out of Veronica Harrington's house. And Hannah looks at me like, ooh, Veronica, really? And she's told him, we know that she's told him about Veronica more than once. And so Benny, he's trying not, he's standing in the background. Melissa's telling what's happening. So Hannah just like, you know what, you can stay here. Benny doesn't want her there, so he goes in the kitchen with Hannah. He's like, um, he's trying to cover up for his stupidity, messing with Veronica, and Hannah's just like semi reading him, not full on. She's a little tipsy and wants to go to bed, so she wasn't really in her normal reading mode. She was like Christian light today. And she asked Benny, "Are you sleeping with her too?" And Benny's trying to be all like non-responsive to the question, but Hannah's got his number, and she tells him, "You know what? Your nasty ass needs to take a bath." And that's true because Benny has been just like hoeing around, and he doesn't even want Melissa there. He's like, "I'm gonna take her to a hotel." And Hannah's like, "Well, what money?" So Hannah just takes a beer and just goes to bed, and like she's like with Benny as far as he goes. I guess she's just like, Melissa can stay here, and you just to handle her, take care of her. And so Benny just he goes ahead and shows Melissa to a room. Um, so David, and this was kind of like the filler scene of the episode. What the most information we got was that David has a judge friend who is going to get Jeffrey bail, and that was basically all we needed to know from this. And then Erica's like, "Oh, David, I think I'm falling for you." And I'm like, "Oh, what a sappy line." But Erica's in it for a big old fall, courtesy of Candace or Veronica, or a combination of both, because both of them have reason to just cut her down. And when the truth comes out, David's gonna feel stupid, and Erica's going to be devastated because she starved. This is a scam. Now it's turning into something real, and but it really Erica deserves it because she did it was with Warlock and just helped him do all that bad stuff. So Erica deserves to be headed for a fall. So so let's get to Jeffrey and him and Cuckoo Justin. So Justin tells him he's free to go and takes him out the cell, and then he asks him to come to that old interrogation room. And Jeffrey's like, "Well, wait, I thought I was free to." And I lied. You're not free to go. And he starts talking about how he took this other inmate to the interrogation room. Ooh, it was like, and Justin is sick. Justin is nasty. He's just detailing how he assaulted this other guy to make Jeffrey jealous. And you know what? Jeffrey was getting jealous. You make me sick. He's just like, oh, like offended. And I'm like, Jeffrey, do you know how disturbing and weird this is? You're jealous of your cuckoo stalker assaulting another man to make you jealous. I mean, come on, Jeffrey. Where is your logic here? So Jeffrey's got some problems of his own. And so that was that, really. That was all there was to that, really. And so we see Candace's pimping partner. I think his name is Rocky. He's at the bar, and the other guy that he talked about, the new guy that's part of the operation, he shows up and he's late. And lo and behold, it's the guy from the jail that was in the cell with Jeffrey. He's part of the pimping operation. So that was that. So now we get to Wyatt. He's back at that dive, and he's trying to score more coke. And the dealer's like, well, what happened to what I gave you? It's gone. It's gone. And the dealer, he's looking at it like, who are you? And that question was basically, are you Vice? What's up? What are you trying to do? And White's like, no, no, my dad, he took it, he poured it down the drain. He doesn't want me using. And the dealer's just laughing like, did you hear that? He's dad. And the barkeep, he gets a bat and he's like swinging it like he's about to run Wyatt out of there. And Wyatt's all desperate. He's like, I'm up to my limit at the ATM. I can get you more money after midnight. I'll just sit here and drink drinks until I can get you more money. And, the dealer, he doesn't want to hear it, but the barkeep, he's like, he needs it. Let him have it. And that's going to be Wyatt's downfall. Because as we see in the preview, Wyatt's ATM card is not going to work. So, and the ending is just Candace getting herself in more trouble. Oscar's foaming at the mouth and she's trying to wake him up. I keep doing that. Um, Oscar's foaming. She's like, hey, get up, get up. And I'm like, Candace, you put yourself in another hole, and how are you going to get out of this one? You could have possibly killed Oscar. So that was the review. Next week, we're going to see Wyatt getting in trouble for not having the money to pay for his drugs. We're going to see Veronica trying to get Jeffrey to sign some paper that'll get him out of there. Now she's going to let up on Jeffrey because it's convenient to her new plan to get back at Benny. So we'll see how that plays out next time. Thanks for watching the review. Like and subscribe, and I will see you the next time.